Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. My name is Kofie. If you're new to the channel, please go ahead and slap the like button and subscribe for more videos. I upload daily content, daily. So whether it's I have a daily Minecraft series that I do, and besides that, I upload stuff like Realm Royale, like you're watching. Whew, I'm sorry, I just ran up and down the stairs. Smite, Pokemon. I don't think I've uploaded even one Pokemon video, so mentioning that's kind of pointless. But I do upload daily, and there's always something to watch on my channel. So if you like my personality, if you like me as a person, then there's no reason not to subscribe and just tune in for more videos. I'm a man of God, and my influence on others has been... What's going on? Quite tremendous. I only shoot when I need to. Are they dead? I only shoot when I know I'm going to hit them. I guess that's probably when you should shoot, right? Not just because they're in the area direction you are. But yeah, so I'm a man of God, so pretty much I have a lot to give. Because if you use God, um, basically without God, life has limitations, but with God, anything is possible to happen in your life. So whether it's you getting a good job, or you saving, you want to talk to someone about God, but you just don't think you can, you don't think you know enough, God will give you the information. If He wants you to help that person, you don't need to lean on your own understanding to figure something out. You need to lean on God to to help someone else understand something that needs to be understood. God will take care of the rest. You just gotta lean on Him, and He'll give you the information you need. He'll give you the words at the time you need the words for that person to hear it, because we're on this earth to serve, and how else to serve than to rely on the Creator that gave us the purpose in the first place. If you don't, then of course you will fail. You're not using all the tools you have. God is a tool. If you don't use Him, then if you're a Christian, if you don't use Him, then yeah, you kind of ultimately are failing, because you're going against what you believe in the first place. If you really believe in God, then you'll have faith, and that faith will get you wherever God wants you. If in the moment, if you have faith and God needs you to go somewhere and talk to someone, or stop someone and talk to them, or have the gumption, or like people say, the balls to talk to someone that you would basically go outside of your comfort zone to do something for God. You wouldn't, faith, with a person with faith would do whatever God asks, pretty much, even when it's not comfortable for them. That's funny. I can stare off. Shit. He's alive. Yes. I'm doing pretty well, guys. But yeah, don't lean on your own understanding. That's where people mess up. They lean on things they don't know. You don't know. We know you don't know. God knows you don't know the person's situation. I know you don't know the person's situation. God knows the person's situation. We all know that. What I'm asking you to do, guys, people that are listening, if you don't already do this, when it comes to being a person of God and wanting what He wants for yourself and others, you have to listen to Him. If you don't listen to Him, He will not be able to help you. Just like anyone that's trying to help you, if you don't listen to them, they can't do anything. You won't listen to them. You won't think they're serious or whatever the situation is, and that won't help you, and it won't help them help you. So you got to be open. You got to have an open mind. That's why people say that, because a lot of people don't have an open mind about a lot of things, and it only hurts them and other people if they're ignorant and they make a do something because they're ignorant about something. Like it hurts other people. So like the sooner you don't have that problem, the better it is for everyone involved and yourself. You know, God, coming closer to getting a relationship with God, um, shouldn't be like something people think is work. It should be something you already want to do. You're excited to do, just like you get up to work to go to that job you always wanted or whatever. You don't people need to get up to have another day to live for God, kind of thing. Like that should be what excites people. But instead, it's like things that don't really make much sense. I guess to me they don't. Like worldly things, just selfish things, nothing to do with the big picture. The big picture is salvation, God, getting rid of sin. So if you're part of the sin, you're going to be part of the people that God wipes away from the earth. And I don't want that. And no one wants that. That is of God. No one wants that for the other person. But it's up to the person to make that decision that will get them into heaven. Faith, believing in God, having faith. People have faith in people before they have faith in God, I guess is what I'm saying. Oh, I'm playing squads and I'm by myself. Uh-oh. Oh, he made it. Ah, I could have swore I would make that at least. Okay, whatever. Yeah, but anyway, guys, I guess this whole video, the purpose of it was just to let you guys know that if you're listening right now and you're actually watching the video and listening to what I'm saying, just take it as it is. What I'm saying, just don't lean on your own understanding. That is why the devil is the devil. He is selfish. He put himself before God. You need to put yourself after God. Looks like this person is just played this game for the first time and they're like testing out the weapons and everything. That's cool. They didn't even know that shooting makes the thing go away. Anyway, so this is a noob playing. Let's just spectate him while I talk. But he's using his moves, just trying to figure out what's going on. It's kind of easy. It's interesting to see someone else do it. But shooting cactuses. Yeah, but yeah, just God has a path for each and every person. He has a plan for each and every person. Just like I said in my vlog. If you guys watch my vlog, I have a vlog. If you need more spiritual guidance, I have a vlog, which I will start making more than once a week at least. Like a spiritual vlog. Just talking, just a time that I have to really focus and let God use me to talk to you guys. Because that is why we're on this earth, to serve. And when people mean serve, they don't mean be a bartender type of serve. They don't mean just the way people think. It really means to serve others. And there's so many ways you can do that. Like I have a gift to connect people, to connect one godly person to the other, or to connect God with other people. By help, because I connect with people when I talk to them. And by connect, I mean like relate, or just, people like me. People have always liked me. And not in a way some people might think. No secular way, no worldly way, just spiritually, people just attract to me. And that is a gift God gave me, so that I can use it for His benefit. He gives us gifts like prophetic dreams and stuff like that. And by His benefit, I mean everyone's benefit. Like we all benefit from good things. And ultimately, all He wants is for us to Do know and do good. When you know it's good, you have an option to do it at that point. If you never know what's good, if you're always ignorant about the truth, then you won't have a chance and you're not held accountable for something you've never known or been told. God, Jesus even said, and he helped create us. Jesus helped create us, and he even said, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. All these different religions. If there is one truth, think about how many religions there are that don't worship. Let's just break it down to this. How many religions that don't worship one God? They worship multiple gods. That is already unbiblical. So if our religion, if the Christian religion about Jesus Christ is the truth, think about how many of your friends, family, and people like that don't know him. So, coming from a anointed perspective, I've been there where I've judged people based on their actions and used that to act like that is God's actions. But it's not in God's will for evil to happen, for bad to happen. That's why this world was made. Part of why it was made is because the devil sinned. And he got sent down here. And now we're being tested. And literally, really, at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that are happening in the big picture that I don't understand, and God won't even tell me because we're not meant to understand a lot of things. But as far as the grand aspect of what's going on in life, some part of it is to teach the devil a lesson. And not in a resentful or a bitter way. Not like, you wronged me, so I'm going to put you through something. No. It's more like, the devil knows God's rules. So the devil just randomly decided to not listen. He basically sinned, and all sin is, for anyone, Christian or not, I don't claim to be Christian, I claim to be spiritual. A spiritual person, a person that loves God, the one true God, the God of Israel, God of, the God of the Bible, pretty much. The Christian Bible, not the Catholic one. Catholic one is different. So the God of the Christian Bible is who I believe in. I don't claim to be anything particular, but Seventh-day Adventism is the closest to the truth that I have seen. They don't steer away from the truth in any way. They only talk about the truth. And the things that they have come to learn are the truth, in my opinion. And God has confirmed that in my life. So when I talk to people normally, I'm very passionate about it, and I've been told that I convict people. Conviction is almost like, basically when you know you're doing something wrong, you feel bad. That feeling is what I do to people. That's not what I'm meaning to do. I mean, I guess in a way I am, because I want people to know what they're doing wrong so they can make a good action, because a lot of people are blinded to the truth. And I feel like by letting them know what they're doing wrong, they can fix that, wrong thing that they're doing. But for some people, I don't approach them the right way. And when that happens, it's because I leaned on my own understanding instead of God's. It's not because I wasn't meant to talk to them, or because they weren't listening. It's mostly because I was leaning on my own understanding, like my own understanding of how to approach these people and what to say. I was telling them what I wanted to say to them instead of what God wanted to say, if you guys understand what I'm saying. God says, ask and you shall receive. He's talking about he's not talking about asking people. He's talking about asking God, asking Him. He's saying, if you ask me, I will tell you exactly what you need to tell them. And you just repeat it. All you gotta do. You don't have to lean on your own understanding and think you need to say something. You know what I mean? If you guys understand what I'm saying, that's kind of like, you don't need anything to talk to someone. Everyone on this earth, if they leaned on God, can help people come to God. That throw was amazing. How did they know that was going to go there? They must know exactly how to play this game. But anyway, that bounced directly in there. But yeah, so I mean, with God, even if you're a kid, I've led people to God as from I don't know, I don't count, but like at least 20 or more people I've led, like I've brought to God, and just through talking to them. And most of my conversations I have on earth have been spiritual. Most people just have worldly conversations. Talk about the person they like that makes music, or they talk about other people. Pretty much, that's all they do. But the people that talk about God, not everyone that talks about God, but just the people that talk about God. I don't know. People that talk about God in my life are a big influence in my life. They really help, stuff like that. But the people that don't, they're not because they don't talk about God. That's not why I feel this way. But they just don't have as big of an effect in my life. And that comes from the effect God has and how much He knows. I guess it's part of it. Like the fact that He's all knowing, He knows exactly what to tell me through someone that is willing to be open to, what He has to say and be able to relay it to someone. That's what I mean by I'm a connector. I know God. When God gives you a plan, He knows you're capable of doing it. So when I was a kid, I was called to be a minister. Like my dad was told that I was going to be a minister when I was like 8 years old. Some guest speaker came to the church and told my dad that he said, I see 3 children. One of them's a boy. That's true. I have 2 sisters, and I'm the boy. And he said, and he will be called to be a minister. That's exactly what he said, or whatever he said. Be called to be a minister, or something more in depth about like how I'm going to become a minister. Not and by ministry is not just preaching. I could do it through YouTube. I could have like a Christian-based channel, or I can do it by singing, like the what is it called? What is it called? The prophecy. It was like basically a prophecy. When prophetic is when prophecy is basically telling the future. So this person came to our church, didn't know any of us, and told us this. But he also said that my mom will be a songbird. Even right now, she is like at her church. She's like in the choir, going to different states or cities, and ministering through song, which is a thing. Like praising, praise and worship. It's not just I don't know. Anyway, so that's what she does. And my dad was called to ministry, and that person also said that at the same time. He said first of all, he said my mom's a songbird. Then he said my dad's gonna be a minister. Then he said I'm gonna be a minister, or he called to ministry. Both of us both of us are gonna be called to ministry. And he's doing, and as of right now, that was like 12, 18 years ago. He hasn't did anything until like the last 1 or 2 years, and now he's training to be a minister as we speak. I think he's like a deacon or something like that. So he's on that path, and I personally, if you hear the way I'm talking, and spiritually on the way to where I need to be with God, to where I'm ministering to people and stuff like that. So for me, it's just a good place to be, and a good. I want to just share with as many people as possible the fact that you have a purpose. I have a purpose, but I'm not special because I have a purpose. No one is special. Everyone's special, but it's not like everyone's special, so no one's special. Everyone is special. So God has a plan for everyone. That's why everyone's special. So the sooner you realize God has a plan for you, and if you don't already realize that, you're probably not on His path to fulfill His plan, pretty much. But He can use whatever situation you're in to do that. So as long as you come to Him, He will be able to use you for His initial plan. For you, for your life, while you're even born, with the capabilities and all the understanding you get, how you learn, all these things are based on what you need to do for God. And if you think about the way people are living their life, it has nothing to do with God. A lot of people have nothing what they do is not based on God, and that's what it should be, based on God, honestly. And I'm not trying to tell anyone how to think or how to feel or what they should think or feel. I'm just saying, if you are trying to find the truth, and you believe that God is the only God, stuff like that, if you already have that down pat, those beliefs, only thing that you're missing is the path that God has for you, and being on it, um, and just practicing constant communication with God. Because just like any relationship, without communication, it's hard to even have one. So if you never talk to Him, you'll never have that relationship. I've had to talk to Him. I've talked to Him more than I talk to any person. Like, I talk to God more than I talk to any person. I've had a 4-year relationship I just got out of, and in that time, I've had plenty of conversations with her. But if I think about how many conversations I've had with God, I can combine all my conversations in life, and I've talked to God 10 times more than that. So if you think about the spirituality I have, and maybe I'm on like another level for some people, but it's not unobtainable. Um, there's a perfect example in the Bible. There's a perfect example of everything in the Bible, but the perfect example of obtainableness is Elijah. He's the one person on this earth to be in heaven as we speak because God raised him up to heaven. That's how proud he was of him. That's how good he was doing. He was on God's path, and he fulfilled God's plans for him. So he had no more reason to be on earth because he already did what he was supposed to do, and God wanted him to be there with him. He wanted that good presence, and the devil used to be that good presence for God, but he chose to lean on his own understanding, to want to think about himself over God. And it's just not cool to do that, I guess. It really isn't. You don't benefit from doing that, I guess. So, this water's good. But yeah, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed what I've been talking to you about. I have about 5 minutes until it's been about 30 minutes. So I normally make about 30-minute videos for people that don't know. I have limited resources as far as uploading YouTube videos. Before, I had a really bad computer that cut off when I tried to edit the videos, so I couldn't edit them. Now I just have a phone where I can't even use, it doesn't save all of my descriptions, so I have to make my description every single time. So I have to do a lot more work, pretty much. I'm not complaining, but I'm just letting you guys know why I'm saying these things. I have to do a lot more work now, which is fine. This is, in my opinion, regardless if I make money or not, this is my job. This is my life. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life, and I know it's not going to be that long. Not as long as I would like it to be. I know it's only going to be a max of 100 years, and I'd like to live about 800 and do God's word much longer than I'm going to be able to. People in the Bible got a better chance than I did. People got to live as old as 960 something in the Bible. And now we're only living to be a max of 100. So if you think about it, it's like 90% of our lifespan cut from existence. No one, every generation pretty much is living to be younger. People nowadays are dying at 60, whole generations. So whatever they did during that time, whatever kind of population control was out, worked pretty well. And there's no telling how old my generation, the 20, 23, 25-year-olds, I don't know how long we're going to survive. But I just know while I'm here, I want to make a difference. And I feel like everyone should if they're on the right path. Until you're on that path, wanting to make a difference won't help because you won't know how to do it correctly. And you'll be where I was, trying to help people when they didn't need it from me. They needed it from someone else that was on God's path, that was using him, that was utilizing. It's like a waste of time to try if you're not going to try correctly. But it's a waste of time to not try because you think you don't have what it takes, because everyone has what it takes. Only if you're using God. Only if God is the reason you're doing it. Only if God is the influence that you're trying to push on, not pushing someone else, but give to someone else. If you're talking to someone and it's not influenced by God, it's just hard to explain. If you're what does influenced by God mean? Basically, when I speak to people, it's not as much as I'd like for it to happen. I'd like for God to always be speaking through me. I'd like for none of my words to come out of my mouth to someone else, pretty much. I'd like for only God's to come out of my mouth. I will get to that point. Maybe that's where Elijah was, to where like he was selfless, and that's what it's like with being without yourself. People are all about themselves nowadays, caring about yourself over others, being selfish, treating other people bad because they treated you bad. None of those things are healthy. Being angry, bitterness, none of those things are healthy. What I do about stress, not saying it's the best thing to do, but I think it's a very good thing to do. When you find out, when you find a problem about yourself, people say the first step to recovery is realizing you have a problem. It is the first step. The last step is giving it to God. Then you won't have the problem because you gave it to God. It's kind of like this person, this comedian or whatever he was. He said, I decided to give my stress to God one day, and then someone was like, "How'd that go?" He's like, "I don't know. I'm not worried about it." So the more of the story is, once you give yourself, basically give yourself to God, and then He'll help you give your worries and your stress and your anxiety and your pain and your depression. There's reasons we are that way because we lean on our own understanding. We're not happy because we're not fulfilling our purpose, because we're not doing what it takes to fulfill our purpose, which means we're not praying, we're not communicating with God, and God is not helping us do something. We are not listening when He's helping, but we're not listening. So we can't hear Him when He's talking to us because we are closed-minded to God. People just have learned to be closed-minded to God. Even the Catholic Church tells you, repeat this prayer. Don't pray with an open mind. Uniform your prayers so it has to be formal. Prayer does not need to be formal. Talk to him like you're talking to your friend, if not more relaxed than you were if you were talking to your friend. Talk to him like you're talking to your God. He knows everything about you already. You don't need to hide anything. You don't need to hold anything back. You don't need to apologize for the way for anything. Like, he knows. Yeah, I mean, apologize for things you did wrong, like, sorry, God, for doing this, I want to do better, please help me do better, but, like, not apologize for, like, sorry for not saying our Heavenly Father, or dear God, or something like that. It's not a letter you're writing to God, you're literally talking to Him, it's a conversation, there's no formalities, there's no exact waiting to say it for God to hear it. He hears you as you are, He knows exactly what you're like, He knows exactly what you need in your life. He knows it's you. He knows it's Him, I'm sorry. He'll listen to you if you're willing to talk. And if you're willing to listen, He'll talk to you. And He loves you more than I would ever be able to, more than your spouse will be able to, more than anyone will be able to. We do not have everlasting love. We do not have unconditional love. We have very conditional love. We have conditions. I will love you unless you do this, I will love you until you do this. There's no until, there's no unless, there's nothing. He loves you regardless of what you do, and He only wants you to get better. What kind of God is that? Have you any other religion you think of? Is there a God that feels that way? And that's only two of the things that are about Him that are like, that's just two of the things. Everlasting love, unconditional love. It'll never fail. Love never fails, especially when it's coming from God. So as passionate as I am about this, it scares people away. So if you aren't scared away and you want more of this type of communication with God, I guess, or whatever, just contact me. I have Snapchat, I have Facebook, I have a YouTube channel that has comments on it. You can comment on my YouTube channels. If you don't want people to see it, add me on Snapchat, add me on Facebook. My name is Kofie Bryant. I don't hide anything about me. Only thing I'm not going to tell you is exactly where I live, because I live with someone that's not me. I don't like own my own house, so if I don't care. I don't care if someone comes here and kills me. That's what was meant to happen. If that's the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. I don't give a crap. I know at the end of the day where I'm going when Jesus comes, and I also know it's not immediate. It's good to know the truth. But either way, if you guys enjoyed the video, I don't want it to cut into another video. Please slap the like button for more godly content, and I will definitely put more godly content out unless it's not really about anything. When I make videos, I don't normally talk about much except for the game. So if you would rather watch a game and get some spiritual, fruits, like fruits of the spirit kind of thing, like you're getting some spiritual food, then definitely subscribe to my YouTube channel, join the Bryant family or the Kofie family or whatever you want to call it. Become a Kofer or a Kofie or a Kofie or whatever you want to call it. Whatever you guys want to become, just a man of God, just a woman of God. God made us in His image, you know, and I don't think of Him as a he. I say his because He says He's our Father, but like really He's like, I think of Him as like a genderless thing. I don't think He has the parts we have to reproduce. He doesn't need them. What reason would He need to have, have sex with another woman? You wouldn't need it, so He probably doesn't have it. So I just think of Him as like a genderless being, with everlasting love, just wants what's best for us, knows what's going to happen. Think about it. He's the perfect person to go to for your problems. But have a blessed day, guys. I have way more things to say, but 30 minutes is not enough time. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please slap the like button. If you did, also make sure to subscribe. Just click the subscribe button, turn the bell on for notifications, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.